Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. And we'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. On the ground, it's Frazier. Fights through a tackle. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
The game makes it second and medium. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And he pulls in the catch. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football. And Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. First down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to extend the play. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Couldn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Second down, looking to throw it. Using his legs on the scramble. He's found some room at the 45. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Finds room at the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. You come out into playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? He stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. It's an option look. QB decides to keep it here. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Man, every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out in the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but let's see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
Ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. That picks up a first down. We'll spot it at the 39.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this third and short. See what you can do from here.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Defense is coming after him. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's on the run, launches deep. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Back in motion now. Offense looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
You know, he might have been able to get away with that in high school, but everybody up here in college, they're bigger, they're faster, they're more aware, and it's dangerous throws like this that are more often going to be picked than a completion. He'll figure that out, but you have to fail a little bit first, and that last throw will be a big lesson.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. And there's the handoff. Finding some room with the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion. Keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Back to throw. It's Rivero. Now the freshman threw it behind the receiver. Off the mark.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
And he'll drop back here on third down. On the run, he'll let it go. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Bringing it out. It's White. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Quick throw to the left. And he's got it. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he goes down after a huge chunk play to completely change field position here.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Great move there. Oh, and he fumbles. It's a turnover.
That is tough for the ball carrier because not only does he take a big hit, but now about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
Right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
First down loss sets up second and long from the 11. Back to pass. It's Rivero. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Pressure is coming. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
trying for a fourth down completion. Using his legs here. Gets some space around the 30. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Quarterback's got it on the option. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And he's got some space here. And the speedy returner, a big gain on that one. Coverage team barely able to stop it. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Tuggle.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. It's 3rd down for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Nice catch by the receiver along the sideline. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. He finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Trying to find room. It's Frazier. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. After consecutive losses, you need a miracle here on 3rd and a mile. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Georgia now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, they give up a huge pass play, and they come back with a sack on the very next play. This defense was hoping to stop the bleeding, and they do so with that sack.
They make the stop to get the ball carrier down. The defense takes their 3rd and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Nice grab. It's Young. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The drive stays alive with that completion for a 1st down. And he'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. Scrambles out of bounds to avoid contact. He's going to be short of the marker.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Rivero. The pass rush closing in. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. The clock is still running up to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. And the punt team now on to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. And he's brought down immediately on that one. Got a gutsy to try a return, but the coach may have preferred a fair catch. One more play before they head to the locker room. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble. Throws a rocket toward the right side. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the 1st half of play. Meadows going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to begin the 2nd half. They'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So here Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's escaping the pocket now. Doesn't get rid of it. He's brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge loss.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play. And this time, he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
No chance for a return. That football bounces away from the returner and heads out of bounds. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. This has been an uphill battle for both offenses. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Caught in the backfield. It's Frazier. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You get a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
He'll look to throw it here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. Who makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw, and that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Eludes a tackle. Breaks the tackle. Gets into the clear. Physical run. Earns the first down.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
The Dogs pick up enough for a first down here. And the quarterback dropping back. Running out of time in the pocket. After all that running around, they've got him for a sack.
As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed, it's dangerous.
Second down now after the sack. Back goes in motion man. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. As people like to say, this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Point after, not great for him. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Pulls it in. It's Young. Breaking free at the 35. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receiver. That's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. And boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
And the back now goes in motion. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. To the air, it's Rivero. The pocket breaking down. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He pulls it in for a big gain. Brought down quickly at the 14, but the offense is in the red zone. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Fires it on the move. Caught near the goal line. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a 1st down as the clock runs down here in the 3rd quarter. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. They break the huddle on 3rd and goal. Field goal doesn't do much good here. Back to throw again. Buying time now, rolling to his left. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast, but I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
And he knocks through the PAT. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And all day in the pocket, finally delivers down the middle. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
The quarterback had no threat or pressure at all, and that's why he's able to complete this deep pass. Great call, too, by the offensive coordinator.
First down, looking to throw the football. That's caught. It's Tuggle. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Strong game by this quarterback. Now, just a brilliant game from this quarterback. But the spot in the natty on the line, he knows you got to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job and taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. They stop at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Fires it to the wideout. Freshman trying to take a shot, but put too much on the throw. Incomplete. Second down coming up. To the air. It's Rivero. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Hey, it's a nice game here. They get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Catch made on the out route. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Makes the grab. It's Adams. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Defense not pressing this time. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. It's caught downfield. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that third down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
He's running out of time here. Catch made along the sideline, but and he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. Second down after that previous play. Looking downfield, it's Rivero. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
They'll run the option. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. Offense facing second and goal. Looking to throw again. Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They try to run it with the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Making people miss. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. At the 20. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Georgia.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Returner decides to field it. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Picks up some blocks. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He will score. That is an unforgettable moment for that kick returner. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
The formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Under pressure, just lets it go. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's now going to bring out third down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Dogs bring their punt team onto the field. So on to kick it away, helping his team at field position. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Field goal try, no good. He missed it. After the miss, it's still a 9-point lead.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Dropping back, it's Rivero. Quick throw to the left. but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Bringing pressure. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only does he pull out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They're in pretty good position. It's a two-possession game. Can they now put this game on ice? And the broken tackle there produces a solid game. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down play coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And the Bulldogs will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Defense is coming after him. Oh, and it's picked off, a crushing mistake. And that's a solid return after the interception.
That's the last thing that you can afford to do. Working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back into this game.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Pressure is coming. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Man, it has been a rough night for this poor offensive line, and it's only getting worse. That's 5 sacks they've now given up so far in this game alone.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's fourth down, you've got a good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ballgame.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the run here, lets it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
Second down and goal. And he's got it again. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. And they cut into this lead now on third and goal. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he runs it in for the score. Touch.